Uh, so she's gotten even uglier. But I did want to share with you what I'm gonna do. So I thought I was gonna go back to the like Sunset Grill or whatever that I had. Oh, I got paint on me. But I got to the point where I just decided I still want to wear my cute clothes, and if they get paint on them, they just get paint on them, because I do a lot of painting. But anyway, I decided that when I woke up this morning and I was working on this and I was trying to go back to the original oranges and reds and everything, I just am not liking it. So what I want to do is I want to go with a color pattern, hey Brenda, that I really like the idea of. And so yeah, it's gonna be blue, but it's gonna be really neat because it's gonna be a couple different colors of blue. And let me show you this, how pretty this is. And it's gonna cover up all this mucky muck, and we're gonna actually do like a fade. So I want to make it almost like an egg was cracked right up here. Hey Lola. And I want to do actually a copper that's like coming down over this. And yes, I did see it. I want to give credit where credit's due, but I'll still have to figure it out myself as the artist. Dion, oh gosh, I can't remember Dion's last name, but she's from Turquoise Iris, and she just really is an amazing artist and does some really gorgeous pieces. So I'm really liking this blue. It's going to cover all of this up, and I think it's going to be a huge improvement and be really pretty. If you're on, I have both cameras going, so if you're on the YouTube side, if you would please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I'm trying so hard to get my channel to grow, and I mean, like, I need the thousands of people on there. So that I would so appreciate. And then another way that you can help me is you can subscribe to the YouTube, and then if you would share the video, that would be excellent. And then I can stay home from flying, and I can paint stuff and make stuff for you. Wouldn't that be fun? I can take you on field trips, and we can just have so much fun. So I want to go, where do I want to go on a field trip? I'm going to dampen this just a little bit because this chalk paint, wow, look at that. That's even kind of cool. Which I'm looking for this navy to be, or it's called Hello Sailor. I'm looking for this to be pretty full body, because I want to get a good deep undertone of color, and then I want to come back and do some of this kind of shading. But who knows, maybe this piece is gonna speak something different to me. That's what I love about art. What was the artist's name? I always forget. Bob Ross. Wait a minute, somebody's saying something on hey Kathy, where's the coffee? The coffee is right here, sister. in my When Life Gives You Lemons, Make Lemonade cup. Yeah, so I gotta remember, hey, I got a like from my bestie. Okay, so Kathy is my friend from high school, and she is a crazy girl. We were like peas and carrots. My grandma, whenever I went to school with her, my grandma would drop me off at Kathy's house so we could so I could walk her to school right around the block. So anyway, my drawer is stuck in here because I took the pulls off. And on the video last night, let me show you these pulls. So on the video last night, I was sharing that these were on the dresser upside down, or on the secretary. You see how puffy this is? Obviously that's the softer side of Sears that is supposed to be, you know, like protected when it hits the furniture piece. And so yeah, they had them on upside down, and I polished them up and I got down to the bottom. Look how gorgeous those are. I just love that detail. Except I don't like these little whatever. I think these are probably something maybe that happened later. I'm not sure. But anyway, what to do? What to do? So, man, this paint, this is a clay-based paint, and it's got a lot of oomph to it. I mean, it's really like good coverage, and really great for furniture pieces because there's so much you can do with it. You know, but it's water-based too, so. And surprise, I'm considering selling it. But it's making me look really good anyway with my furniture pieces because it's so easy to work with, and there's so much you can do, and you just learn all the time. So what we're doing is so last night, if you look at the video that I did last night, the live, you'll see that I really have been fighting with this piece of furniture kind of, and trying to get her back to a pretty state, but you know, struggling with the artist in me and color and that kind of thing. So when I woke up this morning and I went back to somebody else is on, I can't see it all the way from here. When I went back to trying to get the taupe off of it and bring it back to the sunset colors, I just was like, no, I just really don't like that. So that's when I decided to go with this and take it to the dark blue in the bottom, this is like a great navy, I would say. It's called Hello Sailor. And then I'm gonna, you know, fade it up to this corner, and then I'm gonna do a copper effect that's gonna come down kind of over this. I hope. We'll see what happens if I figure it out. And so Kathy, I'm talking about going on a field trip. I think you've probably been to the hardware store. I can't remember the name of it now. All of a sudden it escapes me. I did put a post up and some photos and promised that I would take everybody to on a live to this hardware store. What is it called, Kathy? I can't remember. I want to say the plaza is called Parkway or something like that in Charlotte. But it is the coolest hardware store in Charlotte. It's got the neatest stuff. So maybe Kathy will go with me and be my my guest host, and you guys can meet her and see what we're loving at. God, what is the name of that hardware store? I hate that. Did you put it up here? Let me see. On Park Road. Yes, it's Ace Hardware, but it also has like another name to it. What is it? Yeah, on Park Road. She'll go in and look it up. That's how she is. She's a detail girl. She just is Ace Hardware. Hey, Misty. So, anyway, if you guys are just joining me, please make sure that you go over to my YouTube channel and oh, I heard something. I think it's Wiki. And put a like on my YouTube channel and subscribe. Look how gorgeous this carved wood comes through. I mean, is that just beautiful? I love it. Oh, Pookie. I was standing there, but that's all right. We can fix that. Here's a stool I got that I have to paint. How cool is that? Hey, Tony. Sorry, YouTube. I'm trying to film for you too. So, ideally, I would love to have you guys, like I shared last night, offer me some challenges of things that you would like to see me do, because I don't get bored easy, but I do change things up a lot and like to do different stuff. Let me see. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure nobody's trying to ask me any questions or anything. Uh-oh, I hear trouble. So,
Hi, baby.
hi, honey.
How's my beautiful wife this morning?
I'm good. She is not going back to
Oh no.
Sunset. I know.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
I know. I just didn't like it. It just was not doing good for me. So, anyway, I think that like helps you guys. Let's see. Hi, Maria. Kind of get the gist of, or the gist of what I'm doing. And whenever I get that copper going in that, after I figure it out, because I really am like gonna have to, I think, kind of experiment. The other thing I'm doing, this is the other color that I am going into with my like fade up. So I should have started on the very bottom of this. And then the other one is gonna be Marquee, which is like a really great red, but it gets a gold patina in it, and it gives you that copper-like effect. So I'm so excited, I can't wait. And if you are in Charlotte, these pieces are in my store in Piccolos. My store name is Avant Garde because avant garde means unique, cutting edge, never before, never again, just like different pieces. And so we always have different stuff in there. And what I love about Piccolos is the owner, Dolores, that's where I want to go on a field trip actually. But the owner and I are like two peas in a pod. She's really like one of those out of the box thinkers, designers. Yeah, see? I'm like a professional. Paint right over the hardware. So it's really great to be in her store. And I'm kind of running out of room now because my booth is not exceptionally large. And I like furniture. I do have, I have a cool bird cage that I got that I'm gonna be working on and share with you guys. It's just like wood, and it's going in my store. It was like, I got it at Goodwill, which is an excellent place. Hey Bonnie, Abigail, that's Goodwill for us here in Charlotte is excellent to find stuff. Ooh, I have a chair. Let me see if I can grab that. ADHD, one moment. Because it's so easy to pick it up. It looks really scary right now, but it's gonna be really awesome. And I'm stuck in the middle because I really messed it up pretty bad. Yeah. Ew, what did you do to that chair? This reminds me of like I'm not a big fan of Harry Potter, but this so reminds me of like a Disney kind of something. It's got such great detail on that. And look, see, I wrecked the back in blue. I wrecked it on the fabric. I mean, I did, but I didn't. It's gonna be okay. But look at the seat. Ugh. See how pretty that is? And it's got like these casters on it are really cool. I mean, I don't know. I think it's like Edwardian. Like maybe it came over on a boat and it was like in a castle or something. It's like really like got great carvings and stuff on it. So if I ever decide what color, if she will tell me what she wants to be, then I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna tell you, I can't tell you how much it was. It was $7.99 at Goodwill. Yeah, I wanna go get a tent and just camp out there. It's so crazy. So, anyway, I painted her like over and over and just could not get where I wanted to arrive, so I'm waiting for her to start speaking to me again and tell me what she wants to be when she grows up. Because right now, she's kind of like the secretary, stuck in ugly. But that's alright. We'll get it there. Hey, if you're just joining me on the Facebook side, please go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. I know it's easier to like just hop in Facebook, but I don't like, I ideally would like to get like I think I need like just 100,000 people on the YouTube side, and I can get, this can monetize some. So that would be really cool, because then I wouldn't have to fly so much and I could just stay home and paint stuff. Like, look at my tile. Can you see my tile floors? These are tiles. I paint them with watercolors. Crazy girl. Yeah, so I go to the Home Depot and I'm like, I made this thing and I need help and I need you to tell me what to do. Oh, that's a first. I've never heard of anybody painting tile before with watercolor. And I'm like, yeah, well, he goes, you know, we have classes here. You know, he goes, oh, forget it. You need to be teaching the classes. I'm like, well, I don't know about that, but you better help me. Which actually right now, my basement, we just pulled the wood up. It was so funny. So we had this leadership training and we had like 10 pastors that came in. And one of the gentlemen that came in was the brother of the guy that we bought our house from. And he like walks in, because our training center is in our basement, and he goes, oh, Kathy, what are you saying? Maybe she's a he and should be masculine colors. Yes, $7.99, sister. $7.99. But anyway, so Kathy's giving me suggestions, which I love, love, love. Tell me what colors. But I mean, she's pretty like dude looking now. She's taupe and blue, but pink on the front. But anyway, so he walks in and he's like, oh, I laid all of these floors in this room. Did you know that? And I was like, bing, you laid all these floors and they're oh so coming up tomorrow. So I thought that was such a great little story, and I went around telling everybody. And then my husband got on the phone with him yesterday and said, oh yeah, Cherie, tell him what you were telling everybody else. And I'm like, the floors? No. Yeah, the floors. We pulled them all out. So I actually just wanted to get them out of my yard, and I thought, okay, so do you guys know about offerup.com? Offerup.com or Let Go. It's an app where you can put stuff up that you want to sell, and you can put stuff up in there for free, and it will be gone before you can hardly get it to the curb. It's like super cool. But yeah, I put it up. I put it up for $50. All this wood, like our whole basement. It was a lot, and you know, it was used, but it was in really great shape. And so I put it up there, and I had it up, I think, for $50, and then I was like, no, maybe I should ask 100. And then I was like, that's a lot of wood. Maybe I should ask 200. And then, like in 10 minutes, I didn't get any offers, so I put it back to $50, and boom, somebody decided they wanted it. Hey, Kara. Kathy, you would really enjoy Kara. We have like very like senses of humor. She's really funny. But Kara's my friend from Kentucky. So anyway, let me see. Okay, nothing to answer right now. Okay. So I'm not sure. Do you guys? I don't think I'm too little. I'm too scared to go into the other stuff right now while I have you, like you're watching me, because I'm like, what if it's ugly? What if it comes out pooky? So I'm gonna probably cut you loose, and then when I get it like really looking cool, I'll turn it back on. And I'll show you some more, and I'll go get the birdhouse and show you that. So, I gotta fly tomorrow. Oh, by the way, thank you Delta Airlines for my new and Apple for my new iPhone 7, which allows me to use my iPhone 8 for YouTube and my iPhone 7 to record my Facebook Avant Garde Studio, whatever. Yeah. Thank God we finally went to Apple with our Sky Pro. So our Sky Pro, we have this way to, well, I mean, what it does is it brings up drinks and stuff, but it helps us be able to give people Sky Miles. I think the chair could use a deep purple back cushion. Well, that's kind of like what I had on the front, Abigail. But what my intent was to, you know, because who paints fabric? But what I was working on is trying to, I just wanted the paint to be really like evasive, I guess, and just very much on the top of the fabric. And it just kept going down in, and so I don't know, but it'll work out. I mean, I will figure something out for it. And oh, I can't wait to show you guys that birdhouse. It is so darn cute. Let me see. Yeah, no. Oh, also, last night on my YouTube, I showed you these handles, mermaids, and this piece is on OfferUp, and you guys have to go look at it. It's so, so cute. It's like an old vanity. Actually, it's sitting right there, but it's so hard for me. Like, I can't pick it up. It's way too heavy. It's not like the chair. I can manage a little bit. Abigail, I meant front. Cover it with new material. That's really hard. Maybe not. I have a tiny bit of upholstery experience, but this has like a lot of tucks and stuff like that. So, Abigail, if you were here, that would be cool, because it sounds like you have done a lot with fabric. And upholstery on something like this, because it's older, and the upholstery is really like cool. I love the upholstery, and it's in really, it has been reupholstered, pretty clear. But I think, well, I guess I could take it to somebody, right? And have them do it, yeah. So, anyway. Well, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. And, yeah, in the future, I probably won't do the Facebook also. I probably will just put these up in YouTube. So make sure that you subscribe and put a like and comments and whatever. Oh, did you wonder what these are? These are embellishments for clothing that I am working on. So let me see if I can find one more thing. It's like, oh, I have a joke to tell you too that's so funny. Abigail might like it because it's one of our mutual friends. Okay, so this is a embellishment. Oh, I don't want paint on it. That I made out of that. Kathy, do leather on chair with nail head trim. I guess, yeah, that would be pretty. What color, Kathy? So this I made, and it's going on this faux fur like piece, and it's gonna be like right here in the pocket. I'm thinking like I already told you about this, Kathy, but I didn't. I think I shared it with Johnny. But yeah, this is gonna be so cute. It goes on this little faux top. So it's gonna be like this, like right here. And then we're gonna do some chain swag over here. And the neckline, it actually looks pretty cool. It's got nice blues and beads. Yeah, you have to hand wash it. I'm just saying. Okay, story. So, one of my friends, Kelly Hamilton, is really funny. And so I like to, like if I get a good story, I tell people stories. Somebody else just came up. Hey, Laura. So this is about Kelly Hamilton. So anyway, Kelly basically was talking about when we fly and stuff. Dyson, sorry, squirrel. And she, maybe a deep green with the taupe. Oh, that's cool. You mean for the wood, Abigail? But anyway, so Kelly was telling me that when she gets home from a trip, that, you know, she has to kind of debrief. And so she tells her family and her husband and everything, like, you know, what happened on her trip and all this stuff. And so she's telling me this, and she's like, yeah, she goes, and so my husband goes, okay, one more story and go wash your feet. Isn't that the truth? Like, everybody gets stinky feet, okay? And especially when you're on your feet for 15 hours in a day. So, either, okay? Cool, Abigail, I love that. I love that you guys are interacting with me and kind of sharing your thoughts. So, anyway, yeah, I'm loving how, I don't know if you guys can catch it on the camera real good, but I'm loving how this is kind of coming up chalky, and I think it's because I had some of my white underneath. But who doesn't like navy? I do. I don't like purple very much. But love navy. I like even have like tons of clothes in navy. And I wore it for years. So anyway, next time we should have lunch, you guys, because this is fun. Sometimes I'm able to drop my trip and stay home and paint. And I'll send the flight attendant a picture and go, look what happened because you picked up my trip and let me stay home. This wouldn't have happened. Yeah, look at this, guys. So this is what she was. And I mean, it's not that I didn't like it. It's just that I was like, you know, I just don't think that this is going to be good. Navy rocks. Oh, Abigail, I have a navy couch with like silver nail heads. And I mean, it's Kathy would know, it's very square. She's like, we were looking at tubs or something like that. I don't know. For my house, and she's like, no, you're square. No, you're square, Cherie. She knows my taste and what I have an eye for. She knows me pretty good. She's been my buddy for, gosh, I've probably known Kathy longer than I've known I've known Kathy longer than I've known my husband. And let's see. Lived. Okay. So I think this is getting better. So my debate last night is, how do you, if you're an artist, how, do you do art? Or, do you design something? Do you design it for the person that in the end, because I was saying I don't really want to be a starving artist. I'd like to be an artist who can sell my pieces. Ideally, like if something turned out really cool with this copper effect, I would really love to have somebody be able to look at a piece of furniture like that and say, hey, I want that chick to come and do my kitchen cabinets, or paint a piece in their home that needs a makeover. So that's kind of what I'm looking for and why I'm trying to get more exposure on YouTube and that kind of thing. But I like to teach too. So, and I guess, like with design and with art and that, because like with this clothing, I've been doing a lot of sewing. I'm thinking, about my grandma. Kathy, I don't know if you remember when Aunt Helen would come in January, and Grandma and her would she would come for like a month or so, and they would work on stuff. And one of them was a Hey Rock, and Chris, one of the things that they would work on, in fact, it's in the wash, was like quilting, the quilt they made for me. And while I've been doing this sewing, it's not like a great big deal of sewing, but I'm like, oh, I'm sewing, because it kind of feels funny, it feels kind of neat. But anyway, one of the things that that just keeps ringing a bell to me is that my grandmother, my Aunt Helen, would say, yeah, I take out as many stitches as I put in. And that is exactly how I am as a seamstress. But my point is with art, is that you have to appreciate that you never fail. And thanks for the love, guys, and the likes. But you have to just know that, what is it, like things like creme brulee, or what is the cake that flopped and became like so popular? I can't remember. But anyway, you have to give yourself a break. You have to be willing to take risks, and you have to know that anything is fixable. And you have to just be brave and do the thing that you fear the most, but you just have to do it and see what happens. And like with this piece, this is the third time it's getting painted. But I am straight up loving it now, and it's coming along better, I think. So, but yeah, if you guys I'll put my YouTube up there, and I'm gonna have to stop spoiling you and coming on Facebook, but I don't have any viewers on YouTube, so it's like I'm just kind of making a live video for fun. I mean, I have subscribers, but I don't have people that are hopping in there on live, but ideally that's where I want you guys to go. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. When I put it up there, all you got to do is click on subscribe. And then if you don't mind, if you would, please paste it on your page on Facebook or what have you. Look at this crazy chick, my friend Cherie. And that would be so sweet. And I also am going to start doing some giveaways. And I am not at all, like I said, opposed to, if there's something you guys want to see, like if you're like, hey Cherie, you know, paint this or do this, or, you know, something that you'd like to see done in design or whatever, I would love that. I think that would be really fun. So basically, for those of you that just came on, we're giving this like a once over of this color, Hey Sailor. And then we're going to go into this other color. This is DIY paint by Debbie's Designs. And this one is called Pedal Pusher. I may go into this. I may go into Mermaid Tail because Mermaid Tail is a little bit more on the turquoise side. So, oops. That would have been bad. So, and I'm going to put the piece By the Sea. I called it By the Sea because I like it because it's got the mermaid pulls that I was sharing with everybody earlier. I'm going to put that offer up link just so you guys can see it because I really love it. And this is chalk paint, so there's really like so much you can do with it, and it's so neat to work with. I would really love for you guys to share with me the stuff you're doing too on my channel, because or if you have any questions or if there's anything, I don't know, that I can help you with, I'm not sure. But I will try. If you've got projects and things. We're actually like so in a DIY place. Oh, I don't know if you guys saw the gas cans either, but those were a total blast. I can't tell you where I got them. We were out on the boat. I happened to see them. And they were all rusted and just on this abandoned lot. Oh, it turned out it wasn't abandoned, but I don't think that they wanted them or anything. Anyway, that's the scavenger in me. My family is so funny. Like, my husband William is like, so tell me, why does your family when they come want to just drive around everywhere? And I'm like, because we want to see stuff and we want to like look at stuff. Like, Kathy, I'll tell you, well, maybe you don't remember, but my grandmother was always like, let's go this way and check this out. And I don't know if you remember Kathy picking up cans, aluminum cans on the side of the road. And it was just funny. But recycling. One year, for some reason in Homestead, where I grew up, they had like this fields and fields of tomatoes that didn't get sold or whatever, and it was the strangest thing because they just were taking them out of the field and dumping them off, like out in, for you guys that lived down there, the Redlands area. So again, my Aunt Helen that I was talking about earlier, hey Debbie, and my grandma and I, we went and we like would just get buckets of tomatoes. Hey Karen, and we would, oh my gosh, that summer we made tomato paste and pizza sauce and tomato, you name it, canned tomatoes, and we ate on those probably for like 2 years, if not more. It was like the coolest thing. So anyway, I guess for those of you that just came on, there is other information about this piece that I recorded last night on my YouTube and on my Facebook. And I had painted this with like kind of sunrise type colors, and I didn't like it. I mean, well, I mean, I liked it, but then I was thinking, well, I need to sell it because ideally I'd like to be able to kind of make things and paint things and stuff for my store in Belmont and retire from flying or fly a lot less. And so I painted this like a taupe color, and you know, then this morning I was going back to, and last night that's what I was discussing, is taking this back to these sunrise colors. I mean, you can barely see it anymore. And I tried that and I didn't like it again. Or I didn't like it this time, or whatever. So what I'm doing now is I'm putting the bottom color on, that's called Hey Sailor by Debbie's DIY and Paint, Debbie's Diary. It's called DIY Paint. And then I will come up like kind of in a fade through here and try to get into some of this great detail and this like carving type thing. And ultimately I'm going to do copper up here in this top corner, and so that it will be kind of like copper like coming down. And I saw that idea on Dion from the Turquoise Iris YouTube channel, and love her stuff. She's just like very talented, and she's a color girl, not cover, color girl like I am. I like a lot of color. So I wouldn't just leave this, you know, continue to run, but I had people that came on just in the last few minutes, so I wanted to fill you in on what I'm doing and share. And I only need 1 million viewers, so it won't hurt at all if you guys will subscribe to my channel on YouTube, and please, please, please share it for me. And then maybe some sponsors will pick me up. Oh, don't tell my husband. But I didn't mean pick me up like that. And this will monetize a little bit. It can monetize a lot. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I need a job replacement. So, or would like to fly less. So, anyway. Okay, you guys, I think I'm gonna let you go and start getting into the nitty-gritty of this other color blend and see what I can figure out. Hey, thanks for coming over and hanging out with me. All right, we'll talk soon, okay? See you, Kathy. Love you guys. Bye. Bloop.